Hello, everyone, and welcome to another great episode of the Gridiron Glory here with your hosts, Will Wicker and Tad Dorsey, leading the charge here. Today, we're going to be talking about an NFL football team, one of the NFC finalists as they close out their season, the Washington Commanders. The runner-up in the NFC, led by star rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels, probably the best draft pick in the first round, elevating their team from fringe contender to legit contender. I mean, they were there. Here they were in the stage. I mean, nobody saw it coming. I didn't see it coming. My co-host Will here, he didn't see it coming.
I
Um,
predicted them to win like 6 or 7 games, Tad.
Yeah, I mean, I would have been surprised if they won more than 7 games as well. I mean, you never know what you're going to get when you commit to a rookie quarterback that early, and boy, did it pay off for the Washington Commanders and head coach Dan Quinn. They've really turned the franchise around in 1 year.
And yes, Tad, I would like to personally, genuinely, humbly, and sincerely, and truly, deeply, honorably, graciously, humanely ask you, yes, where would you rank Dan Quinn amongst NFL head coaches?
I mean, if I'm being humane in this ranking, as you've asked, I would probably have to say if I were to do like a coach of the year ballot, I'd probably put him third. So one of the top coaches in the league.
Obviously, my number one ranking would be Dan Campbell.
A very interesting take there, but yeah, I'd probably he'd be one of the two above Mr. Quinn there. So, but yeah, just phenomenal work there by Dan Quinn, like I said, to turn this team around. You have a team not expected to do anything, and they defy all expectations. You have a breakout year from borderline top 10 wide receiver Terry McLaurin, of course. And I'd like to ask, what is your overall take on this season that Terry McLaurin put together with his new franchise quarterback?
Tad, when I look at a guy, Terry McLaurin, who, yeah, I would rank him probably like seventh, eighth, or ninth after this postseason performance. Like, if we're talking the overall wide receivers on the NFL season, regular season,
Yeah.
postseason, in the 2024 season, he definitely breaks the top 10 threshold. So I'd rank him seventh, eighth, or ninth, even maybe even 10th, but not
Yeah,
for
so what did he bring for this Commanders offense this year?
just a lot of explosiveness, a lot of big plays down the field, a lot of excitement, a lot of yeah, here the nickname Scary Terry, that and being
Yeah.
just how you can catch defenses off guard, pick apart defenses like a surgeon at times. So a tremendously athletic player and a very fun player to watch in the league.
Very fun player to watch in this league indeed. Just a very strong season for this team. Looking at their defense a little bit, adding the veteran Bobby Wagner, that sure helped out a lot.
And I'd like
Um,
to ask you, where would you rank Bobby Wagner amongst some defensive players in the league?
yeah, man, I mean the seasoned veteran there, he doesn't have quite the burst and the explosiveness he did in his prime, but as a veteran leader, I mean he was definitely paramount to the success of this football team. I don't think they go as far as they do without a guy like Bobby Wagner in that locker room.
Yeah, yeah. Some veteran leadership there. You love to see it, Tad. Um, and yes, I would like to ask you, where would you rank Deami Brown amongst wide receiver threes in
I mean, De'Ami Brown, he's a player there that he's had some moments where he's not really had a lot of success, like in the earlier seasons of his year, and now give him a legitimate quarterback option, and he shows burst. He shows flashes that make you think, man, maybe this guy can be a receiver in the league. Maybe he can make some plays. Now, I still think he's got a long ways to go before he proves himself like fully worthy of being a legit player, but I think that he flashed some potential, and I think that could give them some hope that he could be an option moving forward.
Yeah, yeah, no question about it. So I'm really excited to see what he brings to the table.
Sure.
Uh, Benjamin St. Just, even Marshawn Lattimore, guys like that. So, what do we know about their draft pick?
Yeah, they will end up 29th in the draft considering that they had the worst record between them and Buffalo, so they get the first selection amongst the conference runner-ups. So they'll be 29th.
Yeah, Tad, and I'm just really stoked for this franchise. This is a franchise throughout their history that has struggled to, you know, um, get to this point at times, and here they are
Sure.
once again. So now they have a rookie quarterback who they hope to figure
Mhm.
out.
I mean, they have figured out the hard part. The hard part is getting your franchise quarterback in place, and it looks like they figured that out. So now what can you do to build around him? I think there's a lot of good running backs in this draft. I think they could upgrade their running back room significantly. That would be something to look at. You could look at upgrading your defensive line a bit. Um, Always worth looking at. Perhaps linebacker, even if that presents itself.
Yeah, Tad. Yeah, I mean, a fairly you got a pretty good mix on the offense. Definitely, like you said, Jaden Daniels and everything, but then pretty much everybody on the offense is fairly within their younger years. I mean, obviously, the guys that are older don't get as many minutes.
Well,
Uh,
except for Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz, the seasoned veteran tight end.
the 12th year player out of Stanford, the tight end. Um, yeah, Tad. So the offensive side of the ball. I mean, the offensive line is still fairly young, with maybe the exception of Bobby Hart and Cornelius Lucas. Yeah, Tad. Where would you rank Chris Paul amongst guards in the NBA, or I'm sorry, the NFL?
I mean, if I'm looking at all-time NBA point guards, I would have to rank Chris Paul very respectfully. I'd probably say he's, I don't know, top 15 guard all time. But
What about
looking
Chris
at the
Paul
guard
in the
Chris
NFL?
Paul, looking at the NFL guard Chris Paul, the youngster there from Tulsa, 2027 seventh round draft pick. I mean, it looks like this is a player that probably still needs a bit more experience, the seventh round pick. So we'll see how much of a role the guard Chris Paul has.
You'll love to see it. Yeah, Tad, the defensive side of the ball. You got, I mean, obviously you got Javante John Baptiste, the rookie out of some school there. Yeah, Jerzon Newton, the rookie out of Illinois.
Oh yeah, Jean Baptiste, the rookie out of Notre Dame, the national runner-up in
Tad,
college
I'd
football
like
this
to ask
year.
you, where would you rank Ben Nickel amongst safeties, rookie safeties in the league, specifically the rookie out of Iowa State? Where would you rank him?
Who are we talking about?
Ben Nickel, the rookie safety out of Iowa State.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Sorry, I gotta go scroll a little back on the depth chart to find him. He's a bit towards the back of the depth chart. Then it looks like he is active. It doesn't look like he played a single snap on the year, so it's kind of hard to get much of a grasp on what he did. Did this guy play in the preseason? Let's see. Yeah, I'm not seeing a whole ton about any actual production that Mr. Ben had on the field, so I'm having a hard time getting much of a take on him. Hopefully, he's a guy that can get some experience. But yeah, this is a player that it just seems hasn't had much of an opportunity. So we'll see if
It's
he's done
well,
anything.
and for you folks that know, you got for the backstory with Tad, he's got Cooper DeJean in the Super Bowl, and he's just very happy to know Iowa State players are succeeding in the NFL this year in any kind of way, unlike last season. What?
Yeah, I'm still trying to see more about what the story with this Ben Nikhil person is. So yeah, it looks like he was on the roster before the season. Then they released him in the middle of the preseason, and now he's back on the roster. It looks like so. Interesting to see how that all went down.
Interesting. Yes, yes. Some good stuff there. So yeah, Tad, a very interesting and fun season for the Washington Commanders franchise. Uh,
Oh, he has a futures contract. That's what happened. They signed him to a futures
oh
contract.
wow, that is some good stuff. I just know how much you love talking about Iowa State University.
For sure. Something like that. I don't know.
Tad's favorite school to root for. I'm kidding. He really actually hates them with all his heart. Tad, show him your shirt.
Oh, my shirt, something about Iowa, probably. Yep, go Hawks. Yeah, the Hawks will be back.
All right, yeah, Washington Commanders. Thank you, Commanders fans. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow. Tad, did you have any other final thoughts or takes on the Washington Commanders?
Yeah, just a lot of excitement for the first time in a long time looking at the Commanders. I mean, that's what happens when you draft a franchise quarterback like Jaden Daniels and it pans out. So just gotta hope that they continue to grow together and just a big chance to continue to move the franchise forward. Very excited there. So yes, thank you all for watching our content. Please continue to do so. Subscribe, follow, like, stick around. Um, as you know, next season we will be providing preseason content for all 32 teams sometime late into the summer. So thanks for following along.